I have an unusual relationship with the world. I mean, like, we all do, right? We're all snowflakes. We're all, um, you know, individuals or whatever. But, like, my literal job is to fucking, like, sit between people who are trying to save money and capitalism. Which is, I'm sure everyone can understand, is like a totally chill and normal job with no strange consequences for your psyche at all. But recently, like, this story has been breaking about Instagram and how its Reels feature is showing child porn to users, right? So it's like literally popularizing, in a contentious world that's very complex, probably the only thing that I think everyone agrees is like maybe like, okay, I mean, if they were popularizing killing puppies, that might be more universally easy to hate. But like child porn. It's porn where they're children. No, the children didn't consent usually. No, I don't think they have the capacity to do that. Like, and yeah, not to belabor the point. But so the company that obviously owns Instagram, Facebook, is probably one of the most widely held stocks. Like, it's, if you own any stocks in a 401k, you own Facebook. And like, when I started this company, I was like, it felt like the biggest, like, people were like, you're gonna exclude like Facebook and like, you're not even gonna think, you're not gonna like help your clients invest in it. You're not gonna do any of that. I think people still look at me like I'm insane, and like it's just so, the only way that I can express how I feel about it is the antics that you've just witnessed. Hello, I'm a giant shark, and I'm the largest part of your retirement portfolio, and I love to eat people and show child porn to unsuspecting consumers of my Reels feature. And yes, 5% of your retirement portfolio is me. Yeah, that's going to turn out fine. Like, I think that's the reasonable fiduciary guidance, and clearly anybody who's doing it, like literally everybody on the planet, not literally everybody, but many, give me a break. Like, surely all these people have reasons for it, right? We couldn't possibly all be wrong about something like slavery or, I don't know, like anything. Like, there's no way, 8 billion people could be wrong about like climate change, continuing to use fossil fuels, whatever. Like the amount of guff that I got for daring to say that, like, look, if you care about ethics, you should fucking care about ethics. Like, you should actually do it, think about it, take it seriously, and, operate with your own criteria. I'm just scrolling through Instagram, and I saw something that isn't even part of the story. One of my friends is just sort of being shown snuff films. I have to laugh to keep from crying, because this is what it's like to live on a dying planet. Like, the unfathomable man-made horrors beyond your comprehension become an everyday part of life. And we become so inured to it, so okay with it, so chill, that we fail to even recognize that what people are doing is fucking insane. And, just, oh, by the way, this isn't like you specifically only. It's like your pension, your mom's pension, your grandfather's pension, like all of it is invested in this kind of misaligned, malevolent bullshit. And because the line keeps going up, there are tons and tons of slick people out there who will just be like, yeah, this is part of a diversified portfolio, and it's a reasonable part of your plan for the future, is the child porn snuff film, and like at its best, this company operates a conference where they identify the users who are vulnerable to scams and sell their information to people who perpetuate scams of various specific kinds. There's also the small matter of the genocide that they were clearly complicit in the Rohingya in Myanmar, and I'm not even going to go on because I didn't start TikToking this rant to talk about this. It's just too crazy not to yell about. Because when things are crazy and you're not acting crazy, that's what's crazy. Like, I don't know what you believe about the world or whatever. Like, I don't know if you're one of these people who is like really into fantasies of forever economic growth. That could be you. You could be one of those people who like thinks the only way to build a sustainable future is to create some piece of magic technology that like somehow grows your money at 1,000,000% a year and makes you super rich, but also save the world, right? Like maybe you're one of those people who jerks off to that fantasy. And maybe I should just leave you the fuck alone if that's your deal. But I don't know how to talk about the fact that when I talk to other people who do investment management, almost none of them actually make their own decisions, right? Like almost none of them are actually able to interpret like information such as the company that's 5% of your portfolio does child porn, right? Like that, you know, that is too hard a reality for people to get their heads around in these incredibly systemically important, incredibly impactful, and like potentially super positive processes. But it's just too hard to deal with, and so they don't. The only way that I bought myself the freedom to talk this way, to be this insane, to be this unhinged, to be this open about what it actually looks and feels like to operate at the front lines of this fucking disaster that is late capitalism, is to go out at great personal cost, tremendous career risk, and like start my own firm, pick my own clients, do a bunch of insane things that feel radical, like, oh, but like, you know, not investing in the child porn app, or one of my favorites that I'm still realizing how I don't think that there's another investment manager on the planet that is as able to that actually even really thinks about whether or not their portfolio companies pays taxes and like excludes ones that don't, because that's bad to not do that, like to not pay, to just like, I mean, literally companies will take their profits, book them in random countries, and like, you know, just be like, yeah, this is cool. This is what makes sense. You know, this is what everyone should do. We should all do this and not pay our taxes because that's what's good for the world. The only way I got this privilege to be this insane on the internet was like a 2.5-year process that was incredibly complicated. People want to act, there are literally people in the US Congress, the US House of Representatives, who are like directing attention away from like real shit that we all agree on, like don't serve child porn to people or snuff films, to fucking argue that what I do, sustainable investing, is insubstantial, immaterial, and a detractor of returns. They want you to think I'm some fucking Coachella queen who sees the world through rose-tinted glasses and can't fucking reason her way out of a cardboard box and like exist to perpetuate some woke agenda. That's bullshit. Fuck you. This is serious shit, okay? And you know what? It protects investor capital. My returns are on my fucking website, all right? Let's not act like this is some academic exercise in like posturing or pretending our farts smell great, all right? Like, this is the fucking planet. We get one, all right? We have an emergency. We can't do the same shit as before, all right? Don't be a fucking moron. That's my message. That's my message, all right? Every time I talk to other serious people in this industry, it feels like no one's paying fucking attention. So wake up!